All right, so we live. What's up? What's up, y'all? This is the No Genre for Everybody podcast. I am DJ No Genre.
I'm Corynne.
We are back. It's a season 2. Um, what you been up to?
Life, bro. Life.
Same. I felt that. Same thing. I feel like
I'm
life
trying
is-
to figure out when does season 1 end? When did you make that decision? Like
I feel like it was like a big gap, and I was just like, you might
season
need
2.
it. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That's how Netflix shows be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2-year gap, and then everybody be like season 2. They'd be like, there was only 5 episodes in season 1. Like
They come up
y'all
with like 30-something episodes that next season.
30. So it was like y'all stopped in the middle of a sentence on season 1, and then we go back to season 2, and you got to catch up. Like what happened?
All right. But we back. I'm trying to. This season we gonna be more. I'm trying to be more consistent, but I'm trying. But the thing is, though, when I be trying to go live, I think I got anxiety real bad because when I try to set it up, I be like, all right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And the day of hit, and I'm just like, we ain't gonna do it no more. One, because there's a lot of confusion trying to set everything up. Two, just anxiety. I be nervous. I be like, why are we even doing this? We're like, I be anxious for no reason.
Maybe, I mean, I don't want to dog StreamYard since we are on StreamYard, but this shit look confusing. Every time you set it up, for some reason, you gotta have your audio on a different thing. That look confusing. Like, why is it like
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. Like, it's the same, but like, I be trying out different stuff. And then StreamYard, for some reason, every time I log in, something else is different or something else is wrong. I don't get it. Like every time I plug something in, like right now, I got my Focusrite plugged in, or same thing when I got my regular mixer in. Right, I recorded a video to show exactly what I had, how I had everything set up. When I go back and set it the exact same way, it don't work the same. It don't be the same.
I guess they constantly update. StreamYard need to send out some type of instruction manual before we start shit. Then
leave it alone. They need to leave it alone. Just like let it be. Stop changing stuff. What Carlos Miller say? Stop touching this. Stop. This is confusing. It's stressful. It's unnecessarily stressful.
Unnecessarily. We already stressed. We still in the panorama.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all need to just calm it down.
Yep. No, it feel like they trying to act like it's over. That's what it feels like.
It's not over. I see people walking in the grocery store without masks. I'm gonna let y'all know something. Panorama ain't over. I have made it. I'm not wearing a mask until 2025, and even then, I'm gonna have to still keep it around with me. Like people walking around, touching shit, sneezing, touching shit. I'm just kind of like, okay, y'all do that.
I feel like I've been slacking because every time I go somewhere, I find myself forgetting my mask myself. I'll have it with me, but I get comfortable and I'll be like, it's not even a thought no more. I'll walk outside. I'll go to a store. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, snap. I put that mug back on. But I done caught myself a few times. Go wild without having anything on. I forget my mask entirely. I'm trying to do better.
Let me tell you something, bro. I had COVID for 2 years. I ducked that shit so fucking hard. And I'm not gonna lie, I was in Wilmington. I went to Wilmington. I did, and they were acting like there was nothing called a pandemic down there. Ain't no mask on, bars are full, and I was trying to be careful. But I'm gonna be for real. I definitely came in contact with some folks that probably had it. But I ducked it for 2 years, and as soon as what is it called, Omicron come along, knocked me right on my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't wish that on no damn body. And I didn't even have loss of taste or anything that was like real, like serious. But I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody. Shit lasted for 2 weeks. That's why I carry my mask around. That shit is not cool.
It's not. I done had it twice. I got it the first one. Well, I didn't get it as early as when it first came. I didn't get it when it first came out because you got to get the bugs and kinks out first. But I got it like when winter hit. That's when I got it. and that mug locked my. I didn't have like no symptoms like you said with the loss of taste and smell. I didn't have that. I just had like when I cough, intense back pain. I would I have a shortness of breath. Um, that was mainly my symptoms, or like my regular allergy symptoms. That's what got me because I thought it was my regular allergy symptoms. It was not. That move was spicy.
It was
Like
spicy as hell. As all get out. This is a family show.
Exactly.
As all get out.
It got me. That's how it got me. But we back now. I'm trying to avoid it. I wear my mask more. I've been doubling up. I've been having 2 masks on. People ask, "Why you got 2 masks on? The thing is over with." No, it's not. We don't hear about it that much, but it ain't over with.
I mean, we constantly hear about like other shit, like the Will and Chris thing, and what is it? Elon Musk bought like 9 shares of Twitter or whatever. And did you know he was South African and Canadian? That nigga is South African. I think he went to college in Africa. That was my face.
I never knew. I didn't.
They want to call him African American.
No.
See, that's what I said. Don't sit right with me. Like, wait a minute. So, because I don't even think Africans that come to America, I don't even think they want to be called African American.
What I've heard growing up, no, it was always we're African, we different, we the real. That's what I've heard. We the real one. I'm like,
I mean, that's because they're told so many things about Black people. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I get it because we were told stuff about African people. You know what I'm saying? You just need to actually talk to a person that's from Africa, and you will see that it's lies. Like, just like we get like feed the hungry children from Africa over here, there are commercials for America to feed the hungry children over here. So it's just.
I'm not even gonna pull my accent out. I was gonna do a whole act. No, I ain't gonna do that. I was fighting it. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, they get fed just as much craziness about us as we get about them. So yeah.
A lot of stereotypical shit, a lot of just like shit that don't even make no sense. And when they come to America, they're like, "Oh, you don't have so-and-so?" No, dude, what are you talking about? Like,
right. They look at me like they're looking at us like we crazy, but
just like they don't live in huts.
Exactly.
It's cities over there, just like it is over here. It's still a damn country.
There's a girl on TikTok that I saw from Africa. I don't know which part, but she answers questions. It's a thing now that she just answers questions that we have on this side about Africa. And I'm looking at some of the questions. I'm like, that was a dumb question, but it's something I really thought at one point in time. So I feel horrible, but at the same time, I honestly understand at the same time. Like, that's what we were told. So
I'm not, because we all did it, especially in middle school. I'm so, like, I think about the shit that I used to think about, like, about Africans in middle school, or what we were told, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I am so disappointed in myself as a person. Like, why did I believe that? But we weren't really, like, nobody was really questioning it. So, but I think I know what girl you're talking about. Is she like, I mean, she is like gorgeous. Her skin is amazing. And she has like a little fro, and she wears, it's like really nice garments and stuff like that. And she answers everything like with a smile. I think I know who you're talking about, because I think I follow her. Because she's just real chill about it, and I would not be. She's like, no, we don't do that. I was like, girl, I would have cut somebody out by now.
Like, I admire her patience with that, because every time I see it, she just, no.
And she be getting some of the most racist. I mean, some people are not asking questions. Some people are just being like real racist in the comments. And she was like, oh, she's so ugly. I was like, are we looking at the same person? Like, it's that so much in her comments, yo. They're like, who wants to see this I'm not gonna say what they said because it was like real disrespectful. Something about like dirty and her skin. I was like, her skin literally looks like it was crafted by the Lord Himself. Are we talking about the same person?
Exactly. I'm like, y'all know you come from us, right?
And
You know that, right?
some of them be black people. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, what is y'all doing?
Right.
This is why we can't come together as one. What are you doing in these comments?
Exactly. Like,
So embarrassing. So embarrassing. My people, I love y'all, but we gotta get it together.
mm-hmm.
Get it together.
I hate it. But yo, let's take a second real quick. Shout out to people in the comments. Bam, what's up? What's up, bro? And I thank you for the encouragement because I be trying. It's just it'd be something different on this doggone StreamYard app. I don't know what it is, but every time we get up here, it's something different.
We probably just need to use YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah, we about to start going. We gonna go on either one of those. I think we're just gonna start alternating and going back and forth.
Maybe.
But yeah. Shout out to Cole. What's up? I finally started back. I'm trying not to procrastinate no more and trying to deal with the anxiety of it, but we back. So I'm trying to make it where we do at least every other week. So this week and then the week after next, at least. And then we can do like special random episodes where we just, hey, you want to go live and we can do that. So especially with summer. I'm trying to get busy with DJing. I'm trying to get all the events. I'm trying to show up everywhere. I'm trying to do everything.
That's what's up. As you should. You should get your name out there. So like, cause I ain't never heard a DJ called NoGenre. So it's not like your name is like taken. You should get out there, get some gigs, let people know that you out here.
Mm-hmm.
Fayetteville alumni.
Exactly. Bronco pride.
y'all at HBCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should be all over on the HBCU campus, like HBCU Pride, Black Pride, NoGenre, like out there.
Yeah, we finna do that full swing. But yo, I forgot what I was about to say. But yo, did you have a topic? Did you want to talk about?
I got a couple. Who calling me? I have if you can start, because my topics are like, they go from like Elon Musk thing, how I feel like he's taking over the world low key, and ain't nobody saying nothing. And it's like rare type of spider that's like coming to like the eastern side. Now that really, obviously for this show, it's kind of like, why are you talking about that? Because spiders scare me. That's why. If anybody is asking, why am I talking? Because spiders scare me. And the fact that there is a spider that's coming over here that's added to the spider population, I feel like everybody needs to be informed. That's why.
As soon as you said spider, I cringed. That
I don't like spiders. They said that it's the size of your palm. It's a big spider, but like their fangs aren't big enough to like pierce our skin. I don't care. The way it looks, that's all I care about. All right.
Exactly. Like we just watched. You watch what's that show? 911. I can't think of the name, but there's Longhorn or Lone Star, and anyway, on the show last night, it's an emergency show, right? They're firefighters and EMT workers, right? Mm-hmm. So on the show last night that we watched, it's this guy who signed up to be. He does like if you see the WAG app and stuff like that, right? He's supposed to be babysitting dogs, but when he showed up, there were tarantulas. This man had a whole like nice setup full of tarantulas in their enclosures, right?
Yeah.
So he has severe arachnophobia, but the man offered him a good amount of money for it to start off.
No, what amount are we talking? You would have to add at least 4 zeros. That's before the decimal for me to stay. That's not me taking care of him. That's me staying.
It was like $4,500 to start, and then he was like, "I'll double it if you could do it because I ain't been on vacation in forever, so I'll double it." He got this man $8,000 for a week, right? The guy got over that arachnophobia real quick. He said, "I'll figure something out. I'll do it." Right? So he's doing it. Week goes on, he's starting to get more comfortable with the spiders because the dude, if you watched it, like the dude was doing like giving him a little bath with a little brush, like a little paintbrush. He brushed him off real quick. He would feed them, and they all got these little specific timers that all on different feeding schedules, and they had like a little iPad to show you all the people who were supposed to get fed and all these alerts and stuff, right? So he's getting good with it. He's starting to like the spiders a little bit. Cool. He goes to bed, right? He's on the phone talking to somebody. I'm actually starting to like it. I enjoy it. I'm really getting paid good money for this, and I'm really enjoying the spiders. I got a relationship with him now. All of this stuff on the phone, right? This man rolls over and goes to bed. And then you see a big old tarantula run across the bed.
Oh no.
When the EMT got to him, it was 2 days later. When they walked in the room, the man was covered in cobwebs. They cut a little bit of the cobwebs. 4 or 5 tarantulas ran out. The man had been bitten all over his body to the point where he could not function anymore. They gave him some steroids and stuff, brought him back for a second, then he coded. Then he came back. That is my worst nightmare. I am terrified. I've been bitten by tarantulas before.
They were in an enclosure, right? How did 4 or 5 of them niggas get out, though? Like, how did...
From my understanding, that nigga busted out because I guess he missed the feeding schedule, and that nigga busted out and was hungry and was like, nigga, I'm finna eat you.
That's what they were finna do. They were together finna eat that nigga. They done webbed him up like a damn fly. He was finna be dinner.
They really did.
Take apart. See, and that's why I don't understand people that got spiders for pets. I just don't understand. That's not a domestic, let's walk this shit animal. You know what I'm saying? That's the animal don't care about you.
Oh my God.
I'm so confused. Like, cause you know what a dog, you know what I'm saying? A dog can protect you and stuff like that. A cat be doing their own thing, but sometimes they want cuddles and shit like that. What do you get from enclosing a tarantula in a space and be in charge of like their care? Like what's your goal here? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the ultimate goal?
I used to watch. I don't know what it is. I used to watch it until I got bit by these niggas again. I got bit by some spiders. I'll say spiders one time, tarantula once. I got bit. I decided to be different. I did not like. I say that. I did not like I was supposed to. I went to the mountain, slept under the stars, and woke up. There were 2 of them rolled up underneath in my sleeping bag with me. And I had a big old lump on my side. That was the first time. Second time, I was watching all these YouTube videos of tarantulas. And I liked it because I like to see them eat different animals and stuff, right? So people make money off of that, YouTube and stuff. You keeping these animals. I know some of them like do it to preserve them because they are endangered and stuff like that. They do it for a whole bunch of reasons, right? I haven't watched a single video after I got bit by them niggas. I don't play that no more. I don't even want to see them.
It's like you deathly afraid of sharks and me watching Shark Week. What is you doing? What you doing? Like, stop.
I can't, like, since I removed them videos from my life, I have not seen a big tarantula or a spider like that. And I praise God for it. Like, I feel like he manifested. I kept watching it and I manifested them niggas in my room.
See? And that's why I don't watch shit like that. Like, you think about that shit and all of a sudden you see one. I'm like, see, that's my own damn fault. If I wouldn't have been tempting fate, the universe, what have you.
And they made it seem like so cuddly when I watched it. They were so cool to pick it up, put it in their hand. Look, he's not going to hurt you. He's just an animal too.
No.
He's not like a regular spider. Spiders have these little thin legs. He's thick. He's juicy. He got hair. Nigga, it's big as hell.
That makes it worse. That nigga is almost like a human. How would you see? And I always take it as like spiders are so smart and shit. Like he ain't a real spider. He cute and cuddly. He thick. Oh, so he like a human. So it's like somebody took a person and locked them in a cage. If you were that person in that cage and you had the opportunity to take down your captor, are you not going to kill your jailer? That is my question.
Exactly. Like,
No,
I can't
that's
do it.
it's the same thing with having a snake. I know snakes look cool, but why do you have a pet snake? You
Mm-hmm.
can't walk that nigga. That nigga's not gonna. I don't know if you can train them to protect you. I don't know a lot about snakes, but like, what's the point? And I'm not talking about them little garden snakes that you can wear around your wrist and
Mm-hmm.
that don't get bigger than like don't get bigger than like twice your. I'm talking about them big old pythons. People get them pythons and realize how big they get. Then they release them niggas, right? Because they're too big now. You
Mm-hmm.
want to get a python, you keep him. Why are you releasing him? Now you making it everybody problem. No.
Ain't that what happened in Florida right now? What they dealing with?
Every time I look around, somebody's like, "Oh, you know what I'm saying?" Like, I went to Florida to Miami or whatever for break, and the house we were in was like real nice. We weren't in like a real woodsy area, but when we were there the entire time, it's in the back of my mind: pythons, alligators. That's all I could think about. That was all I could think about.
Time before last I went, we was at golfing at a little mini putt thing. Big old snake. 2 seconds later, I see a daggone croc running across the thing, the little thing.
They like cats over there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like Florida needs to, somebody needs to take a big saw and break them away from the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all keep y'all shit over there. Like,
Because I like Florida. I like Florida. I don't like that part, but I
it's
like
hot.
Florida.
It's hot as hell over there. I don't mind Florida, but shit be going down over there, and I'm just like, that what Florida wanted. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You watch the Breakfast Club, don't you?
Yeah. I'll be glimpsing it because sometimes I don't like how Charlamagne be talking to some people. Sometimes I'll be like, look, you need to calm down. And I don't know. Sometimes the way they gang up on somebody on their show, it just be a little bit like, I know it's a talk show, it's a podcast, but y'all, that was a little bit too over the limit.
He's calmed down with that now. He's more about mental health. He's not doing that like that no more.
But good for him.
I'm proud of him. He's been what's she called? Lamont. Monique, what she call him? Lamont? Is it Lamont?
All I know is Charlamagne's name. I don't know the girl and I don't know the guy's name that be on the show with him. It's sad, but I don't know their name. I have no idea who they are.
Oh, what did we say? Charlamagne, Angela Lee, and DJ Envy.
I know DJ Envy. I don't know the rest of them, bro. I don't know.
They be lit. I like it. It's funny. He's chilled. See, now that he's chilled out, I feel like it's better. But yeah, he's chilled out. He's more on mental health now, so he don't go too far. He will go in on Florida because a lot of stuff been happening in Florida. But other than that, he been chilling out.
At the point, I get all my Florida like crazy stories from this podcast I watch. Damn Internet You Scary with Tahir Moore and Patrick. All like the crazy ass stories I get from there is from their show. All the shit I be thinking about, all the shit I research, because they be coming up with the craziest shit, and I be like, where the fuck did you find? Why? What? But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, now I'm sitting here thinking about Florida and all this other stuff. Let's talk about some of the positive because I'm starting to itch. Like, oh god, yo! So I went to Dreamville a couple weeks ago.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Of course it was. It's J. Cole.
Jermaine Cole did his thing. Like he did his thing with that because when I tell you when we first got there, it was a little bit of walking. We went from NC State and walked down to it because it was right there. But it was a good amount of walking, but we needed it because between drinking and the eating and all the different foods and stuff, you need to burn that stuff off. But the lineup was insane. It was amazing. Just the different people that were there. Everybody was on a good note. Nobody was trying to fight. Nobody was trying to do that. I take that back. Them niggas in them goddamn crowds trying to get to the stage, like they gonna touch whoever's on stage. You crushing people for no reason. People falling out because of the heat. I don't know if y'all saw on Amazon Music and all of that stuff. People kept falling out. Murray had a set where I was at the Murray thing, right? People kept falling out, and he was like, "No, y'all, we need to stop the show right here until that person who fell out gets help. Y'all around the person, they're gonna help. You're not just gonna sit there and say it's the people who are in charge. Y'all need to get up, be human, and help these people." So I applaud him for that, right? So Murray was lit. That two people fell out during his set. I remember hearing. I didn't go to Jid, but I kept hearing it because it was loud. You're in this big old thing, but you still hear the concerts. I remember Jid stopped at least 3 times because people fell out. And he was like, "Yo, we ain't got to the lit music yet. I'm doing more of my chill song. We ain't got to the lit part yet. Y'all falling out. What in the world?" But
That's good they out because they don't want another what is it? Was it
Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott? They don't want another concert like that where EMTs and nurses were coming out the woodwork like, y'all, I helped 27 people and I passed 50. Did anybody survive that concert? Like
that was horrible. That whole thing was a little boy died.
I'm trying to figure out why was he at a like I know Travis Scott got a lot of listeners, but I'm not gonna take my brother, my child. They're not going to a concert like that until you get some weight, some hype on you. The shit goes down, and you know whether it was a little boy or not, anybody down at that concert was unnecessary and like very tragic. But if he's like a little kid, like where is he?
Exactly. Like
it's too hot. It's too much.
And then people don't be caring. Like people will push to get to the front. That's what happened at the Dreamville thing. People kept pushing. People kept getting trampled. People were sitting on the ground. I understand you're trying to rest because you've been there waiting on the show for the longest, but it's dangerous. People gonna push. I remember somebody fell out and then they were trying to clear the way for them to get out. But once them people moved out the way with that person, a big old wave of people pushed through and was like crushing all of us just to get to the front or try to get to the front. I'm like, y'all, there's about a couple thousand people in front of you.
Yeah.
Packed in tight is standing room. You're not getting to the front of the stage. I don't know why you keep pushing.
Because it's kind of like, it's not even like everybody in that group was like pushing y'all. Probably most of them in there were being moved from just like the crowd. So now they stuck. They're trying to probably push through, trying to get somewhere else away from them people. So now you got a whole bunch of people just like pushing and shoving, and it's just like too much. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, it was. But other than that, like that whole experience was amazing. Like I was mad we spent $60 on food when we first got there, but because it was on,
pack like a cooler.
You couldn't. They wouldn't allow. You couldn't bring liquids in. Some people bought their even water bottles. You couldn't bring anything in. But, you couldn't bring any liquids in. Certain stuff you had to bring it in a clear bag. If they had any liquids in it, you could not bring it in. But it was still lit. They still had like refill stations, so you couldn't bring a full water bottle, but you can bring something to put water in, and then they had a free refill station for water.
Okay, at least that.
Yeah, and then they had like a whole thing surrounding everything with like medics. They had a ton of bathrooms. They had just a whole bunch of different restaurant stands and stuff. We just weren't thinking when we first got there. We were excited, and we went to the first truck that we saw that we thought we wanted. We paid $60 for 2 orders of wings, 2 orders of fries, no drink. Well, I think a $3-4 seltzer water.
How many wings did y'all get? Because that's $30 a piece.
Like 7 or 8 wings.
7 or 8 wings and some fries for $30, basically. Say some of them wings better taste like they were made from God.
They were pretty good, but they won't no $60 worth. I was so mad. It was our fault though, because right next to where we got our food from, we saw a sign for like $7 for this, $8 for that. We went to because I forgot who it was, but it was too high. It was too high. I was hurt. But
nevertheless, the next time you go, what you gonna do? You gonna look around first.
Also, I'm trying to go to group next time because it's better in groups. If you by yourself with one other person, if you want, especially no, but let me tell you about the daggone what was it called? The you ordered the pre-order line for merch and all the other stuff. The pre-order line went for about a mile, literally. It was longer than the line to get stuff to buy it from them there then and there. Much longer. So much so I got out of the pre-order line, got into the purchase line, and was out within 15 minutes. Naisha stayed in the pre-order line. She was in about 2-3 hours. It was that bad.
Well, I guess like because I'm guessing you guys like bought t-shirts or something like that, right? Like I guess it was probably cheaper to pre-order it, but like that's insane. I probably just would have bought it at the place if it's like that.
Exactly. And then I feel like what took the longest was when we finally got to the front of the pre-order line. There was a few people walking around checking, hey, I need your order number. I need to see this. I need that. That was the longest part. So Naisha showed her, we ordered something from here. She tried to send us away. No, that's delivered to your house. She was like, no, it's not. No, it's delivered to your house. Naisha scrolled down. It's not to the house. It says pick up here. And she was like, can I see another thing too, just to confirm it? What more do you want from me? I showed you that I ordered it from here. Here's the shirt that I ordered. Here's this. That part took the longest. Trying to confirm all this other stuff. I'm like, y'all, if they showing you the order with the merch that they ordered,
pick up here, not deliver. What do you need? Like,
it was too much. But once we finally got through with that, there was a whole bunch of places you could have took pictures at. They had like a little signing wall. They had a whole bunch of like icy stands. Them ices were amazing. It was dope. The whole experience was dope. Outside of that, those couple things, I got to see T-Pain. That is one of my it's my dream to work with that man. I will. Y'all hear me now. I'm gonna work with T-Pain one day. That is somebody I'm declaring, decreeing.
Follow his TikTok.
Huh?
Follow his TikTok.
I follow everything.
TikTok.
I tell you, so funny. His Twitch streams is hilarious.
It is. It is hilarious, yo. Like I remember, what was it, like one of those dudes like called him a nigga or something like that, and he demolished the whole. I don't know what game he was playing. It was like a shooting game, and I guess they something, yeah. And he was like, I want them to delete the black skin. Bro, I saved that video like 5 times because my like saves for TikTok are like this, and every time I come across it, I gotta like it so that I can watch it again.
I remember that. But yo, like I'm gonna work with that dude one day. Musically, production wise, I'm gonna interview him some form of fashion. I'm gonna work with T-Pain. I'm saying that now.
He's beyond talented.
He is.
Like I know people. What was it? He was telling a story about like somebody told him on a plane one time that he like ruined music or something like that because he used I think it was like Usher or something like that. That he used the what's it called?
Auto-tune.
Yeah, and I was just like, no. Actually, I always loved him. They were like real chill. He wasn't annoying with it. It sounded like real smooth when he did it.
And people didn't even realize he recorded one of those songs he started off with. I think it wasn't I Can't Believe It. It was one of them songs he started off with. He recorded that whole song without autotune. And we love
I believe his voice is amazing. On top of him adding autotune, but his voice by itself without autotune is amazing. So
yeah. I'm gonna work with that dude one day. That's one of my favorites. I got to see Cole. That build up to Cole was amazing. But when he finally performed it, like everybody from the whole festival on that side, it looked like an ocean of people, literally. Far as you can see, this crowd. It was amazing. You sing all your songs with all your people. I take that back because there was some people there I was looking at like, are you gonna say the nigga part? You better not. I was doing that, but it was lit. Like the people I saw that were singing the song, they would and then wait for the next part where they could say it. So I applaud everybody there. I thank y'all for being good human beings, not saying what you know you cannot say, because you know it was so many of us that if we saw you say it, it was not going to end well. But the whole experience was amazing. Moneybag Yo, I didn't know that many Moneybag Yo songs. I knew some of the main ones, but his whole set, fire. And then the setup that they have for sound, you felt that in your chest from the other side of the field. It was amazing. The bass in that mug, I felt all up in here. I loved it.
Yeah.
It ministered to me. It was amazing. But the Kehlani was there. They brought out who else? Ja Rule and Ashanti, they brought them out. It was a lot of people I didn't get to see. Some of them I was like, I don't feel like dealing with a crowd enough to go fight, to go see you. That was what it was to me. Am I willing to fight through this crowd to see this person? If not, I'm not going. But if it was T-Pain, Cole, Moneybag I stayed at the back for, but it was still lit from the back. Pause. It was lit. I had to add that pause.
Kehlani, I would have felt the crowd for, and Ashanti and Ja Rule, just because legends. I would have felt the crowd for it.
Yeah. And Kehlani brought somebody else up. One of the Vince people brought them up and let them sing. He sung his tail off. He could sing. Mm-hmm. And then she waited to the end. She saved all, because I haven't been listening to Kehlani's new stuff. I love all the old stuff. I was singing word for word. You guys, Naisha, that whole time I was singing all them old stuff from word to word. But she saved all that to the end. And then as soon as I heard that, DJ wanna be, I was like, ah! This was my song. But the whole event, we got to go next year. I'm trying to get a whole group to go. It was lit. That was the whole point.
Like,
we got to start paying on that now, though, because we got to get VIP.
How close to the front is VIP? Like, can I touch Jermaine? I'm not gonna touch him because I'm all about, like, I don't like touching random folks, whether they a star or not. I don't like doing that. But like, if I reach my hand out, can I be in his brilliance? Like,
like from what I seen, some people had the VIP where they were up there with him behind the stage. Like I saw some of them people, or right there in front. Or I saw people had the VIP where they can be on this little riser to the side where you can see everything. You're not too far away, but it's to the side. You can have a seat. You ain't got to worry about people come serve you. All of that, right? I want to do that.
Yes. Okay.
I'm trying to do that next year, because fighting through all the general admission, I'm not bougie, but just fighting through all of that. If I can go,
too grown for that.
Yeah.
I'm too grown for this. This is a young person's game. I don't want to do this anymore.
And then by the time I left at night, my feet were dead. We tried to get scooters. The first night we rode scooters back to our car because it was like another 2 miles. No, about 3 miles, I feel like, from where we were out of the park back to NC State was like 3 miles, I feel like. 3 miles and some change. So we rode scooters. It was cool. The second night, Uber wasn't even working for me. I gave up on Uber. All of the little mobile apps I gave up on. It was that many people out.
Yeah, you probably won't get a ride until like 2 or 3 hours after that. Like, nah.
I've never seen Uber just say, look, we ain't got nobody right now. If you didn't order this mug 2 hours ago, you're not getting this. Ain't no drivers.
Are you sure you need a ride right now?
Can you walk it? I know you've been walking all day, but figure something out, baby. I can't help you.
Be like, we will pay you to go to your destination, sir, because
they literally did that. Like, they said we ain't got you right now, but next time you order Uber, we're gonna take $10 off because we sorry. They literally sent me that email.
That's how you know it's bad. Uber don't never want to give nobody nothing off, bro. They always added stuff. Lord have mercy. I was mad.
They looked out for me. They looked out. When I tell you, I was sore for that whole next week from Dreamville, but I was still high off the It was amazing.
I remember when I was in college, we before like Kendrick Lamar became Kendrick Lamar, and like his album with like Poetic Justice has like just come out. Mm-hmm. Like we saw him when I was like at University of Greensboro, and J. Cole came out. And when I tell you it got crazy, bro, it was so insane. I was like, is that Jermaine? It was insane.
I was hoping it would happen this year.
Yeah, bro, because it was before people knew who Kendrick Lamar was. Because I was telling, I wanted to get my hair done that day, of course, gotta look fly. And I was telling the girl I was going, she was like, Kendrick who? I was like, girl, you don't know Poetic Justice? She was like, no. I was like, oh my God. Does he not know?
I loved it.
It was tight. Experience. So and I can only imagine he done like been famous for a while, like seeing, what he needs to see, has made peace with, things, and now he's like really enlightened now. I just know that concert was an experience.
I'm ready for Kendrick to drop a new album. Like, you've been teasing us this long. You did all these features. Nigga, drop something. And then the fact that we hearing from your people at TDE, even though I know you're leaving TDE, we hearing from your people that you sitting on music at least 5 or 6 albums worth. It's been about, I was in college the last time you dropped something. Nigga, we need music, not a feature. We need album. I'm waiting. I've been rooting for you. I was rooting for you, man. I needed something. I love Cole. We from the same area, but Cole been running this mug for this long. I need you to put something out.
Yeah, so because off season stayed up in my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get in the car, my mom be like, again? I'd be like, yes, again. One more time. Again.
You get D-Day?
Yes.
Stick.
Yes.
If you have not downloaded D-Day by Dreamville, download D-Day. Play that first song. Tell me you know.
Because I be working out to it. It don't make no sense. Because it's kind of like, it's not usually I work out to like music that's almost like not techno, but like really hard music that like drowns out, but it's just like so good. I just be sitting there like, I gotta listen to this right at this moment.
Yeah, Stick, that first thing, I run in the gym and take over. Stick.
Because it's nothing. I was just like, it's good.
It is. But like, then Ari stuff on D-Day, seeing her in person too, like perform.
I bet you that was wild.
It was. No, that was the funny moment was whenever we were sitting there watching her performance, right? Mm-hmm. And she starts talking to one of the people in the audience. Angel, I love you. You're an amazing human being. All this other stuff, right? Angel asked her to sign something. We all thought Angel was a girl, right? Mm-hmm. The way she was talking and addressing him, I thought it was a girl. They show Angel, it's a full grown man with. I'm a fan of Ari too. I'll be up there doing the exact same thing. But I thought the way that she was talking, I thought it was a whole woman.
No.
I loved it though. I loved it for her. She signed this shirt, everything. I was like, go ahead, Angel. Just not who I thought you were.
Like, that is not who I thought that was. But you know what? I ain't even mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
His life. He all the way up to the front too. Oof.
I would have been fell out. If Ari dressed me, called my name. I'm out.
That you could tell me nothing for the next month. Like, Ari knows. I'm sorry, I can't address you anymore.
Yeah, Dreamville. And we got on camera. I don't know what camera.
Just like
I have no idea what camera it was, what news station it was, if it was on Amazon or what. But we was on there. I'm trying to find a video so I can show my kids one day. But we was on there. If y'all saw it, let me know, because we was on that little green chair. The little green leaf flower chair. Only if y'all can see it. There you go. This is us. I don't know what news station it was. I was going crazy.
Can they just record y'all without? I guess. Did you not have to release that? It would just like record y'all.
I don't know. We were just, because they made it seem like we were waiting in line for that picture, right? Because it was a little picture area. Waiting in line, got up to the front finally. All of a sudden, when Naisha sits in the chair, because I was about to take her pictures first. When she sits down, he comes up, hey, go ahead, y'all. Both of y'all go up there. Y'all got Dreamville shirts on. Go ahead. I was like, all right. I threw my phone down. The dude behind me grabbed it. He's like, I got you. I'm going to record this for you. I go hop in the chair. He's like, go ahead, Dreamville. And I'm sitting there going crazy. It didn't register in my mind. Okay, nigga, find out what station this nigga from so you can find out. It was so lit. I still ain't found us.
Yep, maybe you'll see it. It might be on one of these like shows or whatever that like do like, oh, the Dreamville concert after or whatever. People have fun and they'll show like a clip of you and Aisha and it'll be like, oh, okay.
Yo, if we end up on his doc, you know how to do like the after concert docu-series and stuff? If we end up on that, I'm going to lose my mind. Because I was shouting out Fayetteville, I was shouting out Nine Dime, I was shouting out everything. I was like,
as you should.
I was like, that's my whole town. Nine Dime, we in this mud. I was going on. I was like, Mama! But yeah.
By everybody's name. Probably start with my brother. Go to my mom. Hey, Mom!
Mm-hmm. Mama! What's up, we on? Kingsville, Petey Pablo.
I get them on the map because nobody know where Kingsville is.
Petey put it on, but everybody forgot Petey. That's one time they kept playing too. They kept playing Petey Pablo.
I mean, it's a hype song.
It is. Like all the DJs kept coming up. Like we went to the little DJ stage. Like it was that was a vibe. Going to the little DJ stage is off to the corner. It was like a little tent over the top of it. Everybody would go in there and chill, enjoy some dope DJs coming from New York, all across the country, all across the world. Sitting up under that tent, I didn't hear Petey Pablo about 10 times. Every time you turn around, North Carolina, raise up. I'm like, nigga, I done heard this all goddamn day. Play something else.
You're going to hear that shit all day, especially at a North Carolina concert. Oh, bro, you're going to hear that all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the intro. That's going to be a little break. They're going to play him. That's going to be the out. They're going to break.
I'm like, yo, go play some Cole. Like, even if we're not at a Cole concert, if you come to North Carolina, play somebody else from North Carolina, please. I love Petey, you're a legend, but we have more than Petey.
That's our hype song. Every single time I go to something from North Carolina, and it is for North Carolina and it is for Black people, I'm gonna hear Petey Pablo. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like if I don't hear him when I go to the event, it's gonna be in the middle of the event. Oh, there go Petey. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. We coming up. We about to do some stuff with this podcast. We about to do a lot of stuff.
I support you. I'm here. You know I'm gonna be here. If it ain't gonna be nobody else, I'm gonna be here.
Thank you. Some of our friends are supposed to be here. I know it's like some people working. We want y'all here. We miss y'all. We having fun regardless, but we miss y'all. Come on.
I understand it though, bro. Let me tell you something. When I used to work 2 jobs, you ain't got no time, bro. And anytime that somebody's like, oh, can you do this? Anytime that you want for yourself, you're like, bro, I'm exhausted.
I feel you.
I have been blessed enough to be able to work remote for the past 2-3 years, and it is such an adjust. Like if I had to not work remote anymore, I don't know what I'd do with myself. Get in the car and go to work? Oh no.
I miss working from home. Yo.
You get spoiled, bro, because it's kind of like I ain't got to pay for my lunch. Gas, no matter how much it is, stays in my car. Because where am I going? To the store, to the gym, to the park. That's where I'm going. I ain't got to drive 30 minutes to Raleigh. I ain't got to drive Durham unless I'm like really going somewhere for the weekend. It's kind of like, yeah. And I don't understand why they making people go back to the office. It doesn't make sense.
When Joe said that, I almost slapped him. Don't come for me, Secret Service. I'm playing.
You work at the White House. You constantly working remote. Shut up.
Exactly. Do you see what these gas prices is? You expect us to drive back to goddamn work right now? You lost your mind, Joe.
Lost his damn mind. Gas prices. Because when I was coming back from DC this weekend, we were in Richmond, and I think it was $3.97, and that wasn't a lot. But when I got home, when I got in this Cary area, it was $3.53. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm used to. Like, the hell, $3.97? Like, no. No.
Yo, it's been 409 in my area.
Yeah, mine just went down because it kept like slowly like shooting up, and it shoots up at night. It's like you go to bed, it's 3:49. You wake up and it's 3:79, and you like, y'all done jumped 30 cents in 12 hours.
Yeah, I was at the gas station trying to come back home from being in Dublin. While we at the gas station, I pull up, it's 380 something. I put the thing in the tank, it's 403. I said, nigga, I literally just got here. Let me get the gas. Grandfather me in, nigga. Like, let me get the.
Like, nigga, I'm already here. I've already seen what it was. Price. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know, because if you have you seen like Costco prices? Because you know Costco has a gas station, and we like 3 minutes from the Costco, and my mom got a Costco card. I be using it, and Costco gas is like $3.50 something, and you save a dime on every gallon if you got the card. And when I tell you, I have tried to get gas on 5 separate occasions and have given up, because even though there are like 5 gas things, the line never stops. There's always a line. Maybe more people in the gas line than it is in like the Costco parking lot. I'll be like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm finna be at that number because I need to do something. I need some discounts. This gas is too high.
And you know what? I can't be complaining a lot because I work remote.
You're blessed. Yes, my car went from being $40, if that, to about $57 to fill up.
Bro, it take me $46 to fill up. It used to take me $25. I used to put a smooth 20 in there and just go.
Father God, we come to you right now. That is.
Like, Lord, it's me again.
Oh God!
It's not about a man. It is not about a job. It's about these gas prices.
You said you provide, Lord. Provide me this gas money because I need something.
Like, if you could just put all my other prayers on hold, Lord, and just take this one to the clock. This is urgent.
You said you're always there. You're riding with me. You're a passenger, Lord. I need you to give me some gas money because if you're riding with me, Lord, it's $20. It's $20 to ride along, Lord. I ain't trying to put you out. I just need that gas money, Lord. Provide it for me. You said where there is a need, I need gas money.
Amen. Because like I can't, bro. And I don't even be going nowhere, and I still can't. Like, as soon as somebody be like, "Oh, can I get a ride?" Okay, so what's in your pocket though? Because I don't usually charge for gas, but I have to. I got a legal obligation now.
Mm-hmm.
My car, do at least got $5 for the trip? Like,
exactly. Like $5 is disrespectful nowadays. Bro. You give me $5, I'm slapping somebody. You see these gas prices. $5 is gonna start this car up. $5 gonna put this mug in gear, and that's it. That's as far as you get.
You ain't pulling out the parking lot.
No,
with $5. No.
That's just for the engine to run. Yeah. Inflation hit them gas prices. Uber is suffering. All these different ride share companies are suffering. Something got to give. Joe, when did he say it was coming back down?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because obviously it has, even though people want to blame Joe, this is probably like a while in the making. Like gas doesn't just like rise up all of a sudden and then like drop down all of a sudden. But I don't know, bro. He was like, sometime. And you see, gas prices gone up, and they didn't push the loans back to like September. Yeah, bro. Student loans can stay in default until September because you know it's supposed to be January. Then it was supposed to be May. Now he done pushed it back. It's either September or August. And I'm just like, bet.
Mm-hmm.
Sally will hear from me probably until 2023.
I was about to say that Sally can forget that money because I'm not paying it back.
And I'm just trying to figure out, is he pushing it back so many times until he can just be like, we're going to forgive this? We're just going to go ahead, because he keeps pushing it back.
Like that's what he promised to get into office. Like, go ahead and forgive that. Keep pushing it back, do what you need to do, but forgive it. That's what you said, Joe.
Because he was like, I think he's going to forgive. It's supposed to be up to like 50,000 or something like that. Or something. All I know is mine meets the criteria. Go ahead and get rid of that. Like
50,000 wipe me out. I ain't got nothing else.
Wipe me out. He would have a good 20,000 left if he helped me out. Like I ain't even got a lot. Like I know some people got like 100,000, 70,000. I just got a good old 30. Just take care of that.
I got about 30. About a good 30, 40. About that range. Bro.
Just take care of that.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I just heard some news. Did you know that Gilbert, what's his name? Gottfried has died. The guy from, if you remember, Cyber Chase. If you remember, he was in a movie with this guy.
I think I know who you talking about, but ain't no way you talking about who I think you talking about.
If you remember the bird from Cyber Chase, that guy, the guy who voiced that, he was a comedian too. I cannot.
Yeah, remember. Because I'm thinking of. No, bro, not like the dark skinned dude. He had an illness.
Mm-hmm. He had cancer.
Hold on, bro. Lord have mercy, it's his dead at 67.
Mm-hmm.
I know who you talking about. Okay, so not the dark skinned dude. I know who you talking about. The dude that like sounded like a parrot or whatever, but he was so funny. Dang.
I can't even disrespect him by doing an impersonation. No.
I can't. Oh my God. He was on everything though. He was on, he was the parrot on Aladdin. He was on like Teenage Mutant Turtles, Saturday Night Live, Beverly Hills, Cops 2, Problem Child. Dang, dude.
He did a lot. It's sad. Sir, may you rest in peace. We thank you for your contribution. This is dang.
That's,
I feel like every day our childhood dies a little bit more.
definitely do, bro. I be looking around suspicious, like, what's the dude that voices Mufasa?
Something with Fishburne? No, is it?
It's like his name is like Earl Jones or something like that.
James Earl Jones?
Yeah, bro. I be looking at him suspicious, like, because they done took Betty White.
Mm-hmm.
I was so confused because I was like, Betty White looked like she was going nowhere. For a hot
Exactly.
minute. Like 90 something, Betty White looked strong. Yep. James Earl Jones. Thank you, Derek. Yo, I'll be looking at him to the side, like, sir, please stay, because I don't know if they're gonna make any Lion King movies, but you know what I'm saying. He my childhood.
Mm-hmm. What's the movie? Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. That's still my favorite to this day.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I could not take that.
That'd be devastating. Because even though, like, because Betty White, like I said, she looked like she was going nowhere for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
James Earl don't look like he going nowhere for a minute. So I'm just looking at him like, okay, sir, you good? Like, no secret illnesses, no short of breath. Like, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yo, on top of that, what's it? Oh god, don't do this to me now. Look, I'm going blank. I can't remember for nothing now. It's gone. I hate when my mind does that. I had some of them just went blank and just said, "Forget it. You good. Don't worry about it." Oh god, yo.
So what other topics you have? Because I think we really talk about my spiders, but we talk about enough about spiders. I'm over it. I don't want to talk about.
Yo, I'm about to start by itching. No. The other thing I was gonna talk about was just. I think that's what made my brain just went loose. Like something is a little loose right now because I done forgot everything. My internal hard drive it got disconnected.
You used all your damn brain power to hook this shit up.
I did.
It took an hour.
I was sitting over here sweating trying to get this mess to work, and
Good sweat, like you work it out, trying to hook this stuff up.
Yo, it's so much work. This is confusing to the mud. I don't know why I torture myself. I love this though. Like, I love it. The energy that I'm about to say engineer. The engineer in me loves this. Like, I love trying to figure out what's wrong, try to figure out how I can fix it. And then when it finally comes together, you can hear everything, everybody can hear everybody, and it sounds good. I love it. I'm trying to start doing some interviews soon too. So if you know anybody. And sponsors. We're trying to find some sponsors.
I've always wanted to sponsor like HelloFresh. Hey, HelloFresh. Anybody knows? Hello, I am ready to try HelloFresh because I'm tired of going to the grocery stores. And when I tell y'all, I would shout y'all out everywhere I look. Try HelloFresh. I gotta try it first.
Mm-hmm. Give me both. I would.
I do it, bro. Because the meals be looking super. Every time I see somebody that I follow use HelloFresh, it be looking super easy.
It do.
Like too easy. I'll be like, is it really that easy? Like,
and it with Kevin them, like you got Kevin Stage and all of them. HelloFresh, I love it.
That be they go to, bro. That's they go to because it's kind of like I can cook. I just don't feel like getting all the ingredients together. If somebody were to get all the ingredients together and put it in a thing for me, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like after work and like after working out and like after you done slow down, it's like 8 o'clock for me, and that's like it's like late to eat because like if you start cooking at 8, then you probably won't get cooking. Like, you probably won't get done until like 9, 8:30. And then you trying to go to bed around 10, 11 because you got to get up for work. And it's kind of like, I don't want to lay down on that because it give you weird dreams. I don't know about you. It give me like weird, vibrant dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
My brain just went so far left. You remember that Bill Cosby episode? I feel like we know the meaning of that episode now. Like when he ate the sub and woke up and the sub and everything else was talking to him. It was Quaaludes the whole time. All his victims were talking to sandwiches.
Yes.
Oh my God. My
childhood.
Like,
it's a wild time. A wild time, yo.
Oh God.
Bro, okay, so, but not to like switch topics, but you know what's funny to me, like right at this moment? So I follow a couple people on TikTok, right? So I did not watch the Oscars. Didn't watch it. Wasn't gonna watch it. Did not know what happened, right? I took a break from TikTok for like a week or something like that. Because going through personal shit. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to laugh. I wanted to be in my sadness for a second. So I get on TikTok and apparently Will Smith done slapped Chris Rock. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Shit happens. Because Will has already slapped somebody before. I don't know why people keep forgetting that Will is from Philly.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the song. I don't know why we keep forgetting, even though he's like a star and he'd be doing like these cutesy dad-like TikToks or like dad-like Instagram stories, that he still ain't a nigga from Philly. Like, people be forgetting. And like people are doing like think pieces on like him slapping Chris Rock, and I just think the fact that it's so funny that it's a think piece to me, because it's so hilarious like he slapped him. Okay, and like all the stars that are like saying, oh my God, I'm traumatized and I can't believe he did that and that was assault. People on Twitter, Black Twitter, are going after them and finding stuff they did in their past and digging it up. Like, they're digging up stuff from the stars' past, and they're like, oh, so when the time that you did this, this, and this, that was okay. So, like, Jim Carrey said something, right? Jim Carrey said something. And somebody went after him. So, like, when you kissed that 20-something-year-old on stage and she was pushing you off, you were cool with doing that, huh? I was like, oh, my Lord. Bro, they is finding stuff. Like, so what is it, like Zoe Kravitz and said something? Because you know the girl from Bill Cosby, like light-skinned chick that played Denise. Mm-hmm. So her daughter, Zoe Kravitz, that's like playing Catwoman in the new Batman movie or whatever. Because she's also been in like, what is it? She was in like the Divergent series, and she was in the movie called Kimmy, like the cute little light-skinned chick. So she done said something, right? And they were like, oh, so when you were hitting on Jaden Smith when he was 14 years old, that was cool, huh? But now you want to say something about his dad? I said, Lord have mercy.
Oh, God.
And then somebody on Black Twitter is like running this list. And then like they got all these names and all these people they done talked about or whatever. They done came after because everybody on this list has said something. And they got at the bottom corrected. I was like, so y'all pretty much picking up this list. So there was like another one that made me like pause. What's her name? Amy Swimmer, I think.
Schumer.
Yeah. I don't think she's that funny, bro. I just really don't. So apparently she did this joke about how she used to go out with this guy and he would get blackout drunk, but she would still continue to have intercourse with him when he was like blacked out. And I guess she did a joke about that in one of her sets. And when I tell you somebody read her, because she was like, oh, I'm so traumatized. And somebody was like, girl, if you don't shut up, your special traumatized me. You ain't even funny. And they talked about the joke she made. Because, you know, what she said was like, not a joke. That's assault. That's definitely assault. And I know some people will be like, oh, that's not assault if it's a guy. That is definitely assault if it's a guy. It's definitely assault if it's anybody. Somebody blackout drunk and they can't consent and you continue. That is weird. You are weird. You are an assaulter.
Exactly.
Okay. Like, I don't want to say the R word because this is a family-oriented show. I don't know if any of the little kids can hear me in the background, but that's assault, definitely. And she made a joke about it, and somebody like went after her. Somebody was like, "Oh, so you can assault some dude, but Will Smith slapped somebody on stage, and you in shock." I was like, "Oh, it's just real funny because all the stars are like saying stuff, and people are like dragging stuff from their past, like you done punched a paparazzi, you done ran somebody over with your car, you got blackout drunk and trashed the hotel, you need to be. I'm like, oh my God.
They dark.
Because it's for real. Like everybody's like going off about how like Will slapped like Chris Rock, and they're like, it's assault, he should go to jail. And it's kind of like, you were blackout drunk somewhere and slap somebody. Do you not remember?
Right.
Do y'all remember what y'all did? Like, so if I was a star and I would have been wilding out, I would have shut my mouth. I would have been like, you know what? Shit happens.
You gotta sit on back, just don't say a word.
Like I would have minded my business, because I think it's like it's becoming a black and white conversation, obviously, because everybody is like, if it was a white man, would he have slapped him? And I was like, Will has already slapped a white man. Did y'all
With a quickness.
Kissed him on the red carpet. He went, don't do that.
Will
already happened. But it was like, some lady was like, what if Betty White made a joke about Jada? Would Will have slapped Betty White? I was like, girl, you done rose Betty White from the grave. May she rest in peace. Made her do a hypothetical joke about Jada at the Oscars, where she was not present. Why? Because she's resting in peace. And you gonna say, if Will would have slapped... First of all, Betty White probably would not have even said that joke, because like, I know like they like write things for the Oscars, but the way the Oscars is done, like they write like little jokes or whatever. But I think some stars be like, ad-libbing. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Chris Rock was making fun of like all the nominees. Jada is not a nominee. Will is. So if he would have made fun of Will, it would have made more sense. But I fully believe that he made fun of Jada. That was his own joke. I don't think the Oscars wrote that. I think that was his own joke. And if the Oscars did write that, they wrote it because Chris Rock was hosting it. If somebody else was hosting it, I don't think they would have wrote the joke, or the joke wouldn't have happened. So everybody pulling on all these stars. But what if Betty White did it? Or what if Chadwick did it? And it was like, it probably wouldn't have happened if it was other people. Like, it's...
Right.
Betty White thing is what like made me shake my head, because because it's getting like a black and white conversation. They're like, well, what if it would have been a white lady? What if it would have been a white man? And a lot of black people are like, well, why did he have to slap him in front of all those white people? I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with white people. Somebody disrespected his wife in a room full of their peers.
Exactly.
Talk shit, you get hit. Like, I know everybody's like, that was uncouth. He shouldn't have done that. He's at the Oscars, have some decorum. The very fact people be forgetting, stars be wilding the most. They be wilding more than other people, like normal people, because I guess you got money, so you can do what you want. I hear that. You in a different tax bracket, you can afford fines and shit, so you can wild out. It happens, and people be forgetting. They be like, oh, that was so uncouth. It was at the Oscars. Are you serious? Didn't, like, it was, what is it? I don't know how long it's been. Didn't Justin Timberlake tear off Janet Jackson's, show her whole tit at the Super Bowl?
Exactly.
Where they were kids and little children. They always wild out. Like, I don't understand why this is a big deal. Like,
You remember the dude from what's the movie El Dorado? Dude with the blonde hair.
Yes.
Didn't he kiss? What was her name?
I can't think of his name. I can't think.
He kissed her unintentionally, or she was not expecting that at all.
She was not in it. She was not into it.
And she was like, just wrapped up, like, what is going on? Why this man kissing me and touching me like this? I did not see this. Did
Like
that not happen?
wilding out, especially at award shows.
Exactly. But y'all wilding because it's Will and another black man. And because I hate it because it was a black man setting all of this up. A lot of black people there interacting or in the control of it now, right? That's why I was sad. This happened during that. However, because it's a black man, y'all care now. Like you said, it's been happening years. Every year something happens, but now it's an issue because it's Will. And this man has been nearly perfect. I won't say that he ain't been perfect, but
I mean, he done some shit in his past and stuff like that. But Will, I don't think Will either wows out or he wows out, and it's not in like the gossip rags and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not front and center. Like the only thing that's really been happening to like Will is the whole entanglement thing with like Jada and stuff like that. And whether their marriage is open or not, it's not nobody's business. Right. It's really not. And I guess like she talked about it and they were like, well, she talked about it and she made it our business. But it's just kind of like, okay, then move on. Like she made it our business. We talked about it. Can we move on now? Like y'all acting like cheating doesn't happen.
It does.
Y'all acting like even though it wasn't an open marriage, they've been married for a while. Maybe they talked about it. Maybe we need to see other people. They saw other people and then they were like, you know what? Maybe it ain't working out. Maybe we need to come back together.
Yeah, that's the whole thing in itself too. Because like I've been preaching on YouTube, right? I've been hearing a lot of stuff is going on. Like you saw the video of her recording him. He was just like, you could not record me because that's how I make my money. You can just not record me randomly just in the house without telling me you about to record me or asking me, can you do it? And she was just like, y'all see the best I got to deal with. Do y'all think the counseling is working? And she continued to just ask him questions. He was like, I don't want to be on camera. That was just a little small slither of it. But everybody's talking about how they think that, or they've seen or heard that Will refuses to get a divorce. He said at some point that he would rather die than to get a divorce. So he's going to suffer through it. I won't say she was the only one that asked for the open marriage, but she was the one that initiated it, and then they went with it. And for me, from what I've seen, for him, it's been more so revenge. Like if you remember the Red Table Talk, she came up there and was like, it happened. He was like, I'm gonna get you, and he had that look like, no, I'm for real. I'm gonna get you back. Do you feel like that's the vibe that's happening, or
that's the point though? Like I don't even know because like we could try to like go back and forth and stuff like that, but they haven't been married that long. Like you could probably speak more on it because you're actually married. You actually have to coexist with a person, and y'all got to come together to some type of understanding. He probably doesn't want to get divorced again because he was divorced like the first time. You know what I'm saying? And the second time might just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Is it me? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes to a point, well, damn, what's going on? Why can't I like stay married? Because some people want to stay married and want to be with a partner, and you know, he may just be like, well, damn, what's going on? So he may want like not even like suffer through it, but like, can we work it out? Or we've been married, like why are we gonna get divorced now? But I ain't that type of person. Mm-hmm. If I'm miserable, you miserable, let's call it quits. Mm-hmm. If after counseling we still can't get it together, what's the point? Let me tell you something. Life is too long and short at the same damn time. You think I'm gonna be miserable in my own house? Oh no.
I'm not fighting or avoiding
You
you in
gotta,
my own house. Like, no.
whether we've been together 5 months, 5 days, 5 weeks, 50 years, you reach a point of misery. No, man, that's not good for your heart. It's not good for
At
your
all.
spirit.
You just living with all that hate in your heart. You gotta tiptoe. Your home is supposed to be your peace,
It's supposed to
not
be
where
your
you.
sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to be tiptoeing around your house scared. No, nobody's supposed to feel like that. That's not home. You
It's
live
really
there.
not. It's a place you sleep and shower.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could never do that. If he want to do that, that's all him. Because you know what I'm saying. Again, I ain't never been married. This is his second marriage. Maybe he don't want to start over. But I'm just saying, like, to be having to go through that constantly, I don't know. And then there's a whole thing like, if Jada wants an open marriage, does she want to get divorced, or does she want an open marriage, or does she feel like she has to have an open marriage to be happy? I don't know. Like I said, it's a marriage, but
Because she sure looked happy. She sure looked happy when that August Alsina picture came out. I don't know if what award show it was or what, but she was just hooked up with him. There was a smile on her face. But I've been seeing some pain in Will's eyes. But
I mean, it has to hurt, even when people say, because even if you were married and you came to an understanding to be monogamous, somewhere down the line, if one of your partners wants to be in an open marriage, it has to hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It has to like sting. So I'm pretty sure he's hurt.
yeah.
And again, Will may be doing his stuff too, but maybe he was messing with people who didn't have as big as mouth as August.
Yep.
August is feeling everybody.
It is his second song on the situation, ain't it? He said do that entanglements when nobody understood what he said that whole song. Like entanglement.
We don't know. Like, Will may have had more people, but all his girls were quiet.
Mm-hmm. The NDA.
Be like, man, I'm gonna need you to sign here. I'm gonna need you to sign here, and I'm gonna need you to sign here. Okay, so we gotta understand what this is, right? Okay, cool. Because we don't need another August situation. You see what I'm going through over there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was telling everybody, and I know everybody was like, she shouldn't have like been with him. You know, he was going through stuff, and I fully believe if she was gonna have to do an open marriage, I fully believe it shouldn't have been August.
Right.
He could not handle it.
That boy started singing as soon as he could.
And plus, he's a lot younger, and I'm not saying that's a factor, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
His maturity wasn't there.
It wasn't. Like he might have fell in love with her, and if he did, I'm so sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he might have been truly hurt, truly just like devastated. Yeah. Ain't nothing like the pain of loving somebody and they can't love you, bro. Mm-hmm. He might have wanted revenge. August might have wanted revenge.
Probably.
I don't blame him. But like, I definitely want to know though.
Mm-hmm. They can come out with something again soon. But
every time I look around, they're like stretching Will and Jada's words, and I'll actually like listen to the article, or I'll read it, or I'll actually watch the interview, and I was like, they didn't say that at all. Where did y'all get that headline?
These extra little comments and stuff where people adding in like, "Oh, we heard from a source close to the family." I don't want to hear that.
Is it the kids? Let me tell you something, bro. If I was Willow and Jaden, what is y'all doing? Get it together, or I'm taking away both of y'all phones. Nah. Mm-hmm. If that's my mom and dad, give me both your phones, because y'all at this point, even if it's not y'all, even if it's like gossip rags that are like constantly like messing with your words, I am taking away technology. Y'all need a timeout and some space from the public at this point, because the public don't got nothing else to do.
Oh. But yo, I think we got it. Hold up. Anything you want to close? Anything you want to add in before we close?
not. Have you watched Love Is Blind on Netflix?
I feel like I've seen it. I don't know if I watched it.
Boy, when I tell you you need to watch that, you need to watch that show. Because what happens is, I'm gonna give you a very brief synopsis. They meet in these pods, right? And they fall in love in these pods, and you get like a week at max, I think. And then, because you can't see each other, so you fall in love based on an emotional connection, right? And then you propose to that person that you fell in love with, right? Sight unseen. So you don't see them until after you propose to them. And then after you propose and they're your fiancés, you meet them and then y'all go on a honeymoon like in Mexico. And then I think you get like 3 or 2 weeks before you decide at the altar if you want to marry them. So like the wedding still goes on, and at the altar, both of y'all either say yes, both of y'all either say no, or somebody says yes and somebody says no. And it's kind of like, it's supposed to be like, it's love blind, because you just fall in love with this person based on, you know what I'm saying, not seeing them first. When I tell you that show, I wasn't going to watch it because I don't really like watching reality shows like that. And Gerald recommended it. I watched season 2 first because that's what everybody was talking about. So I watched season 2. I was like, oh. I watched season 1 and I was like, oh. And then they had like the 2-year reunion. I was like, oh. Because it's so much stuff. Like season 1, what like really, because of course they were gonna do it. One of the black guys that like fell in love with a black girl, he was either pansexual or bisexual, right? And he didn't tell her in the pods. He told her when they were in Mexico, and that was pretty much it. Like after that, like they were like having arguments, and they didn't even make it out of Mexico. Like they got into this big argument where they flung words at each other, and it got real ugly. And I feel like Love Is Blind did never address that, because it was kind of like, should he have told her sooner? Or was it because she couldn't be with a pan or bisexual dude? And it was like, it was very like, because they were getting death threats, bro. Like after the show, he was getting death threats because she, you know, like he didn't tell her, and she was getting death threats that she was homophobic, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, it may have not been like that. Like I think, you know, that could be, because you know, some people believe you don't have to tell me who you've done in the past. I'm your present. And then some people are like, I would like to know. And I've always thought that was an interesting conversation, because for me, it wouldn't have mattered, because I know the stigma that surrounds like pan and bi people, that they have to like be with each gender or be with, you know, at the same time. I know that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because pan people, they're attracted to like the personality or soul. And I know bi people, they're attracted to, you know, whichever gender they're attracted to. Like, you know, there might be bi girls, but they go for guys more or girls more. So it just depends on who you leaning towards. And I always thought that was interesting, because that was also a conversation on TikTok, because, you know, the whole stigma that surrounds the Black community about how we have a lot of homophobic tendencies within the community. And it's kind of like, would that affect, you know, is that why a lot of, you know, Black women are like, I want you to tell me? And it's kind of like, it's not even Black women. It's like, is it all women that would want to know if a guy was pan or bisexual?
Right.
Because it's kind of like, I don't care, but I would want to know if you got a crazy man ex. Because if you got a crazy man ex, I can't fight him. Baby, he wants you back and he threatening me. I'm liable to give you up because he crazy. And I'm not saying I'm weak, but any man trying to fight me for his love, let me tell you something, bro. If your ex comes back and he like a gym bro, I'm like, no, I'm not about to take my chances. You better make it clear, y'all over with.
Give me my boo back.
Right? That's a whole man that might want you back. And even then, if it's a girl, I'm not gonna want to fight you. But like a dude, me fighting a dude, it's just kind of like, it's crazy. Like I know we as women, we can do it. and we be strong as guys, but I'm not the type of girl. I'm not that type of. I'm not strong like that, bro. I would just need to know, like, are you clear and good? Like, y'all, I mean, I don't even care if y'all friends, but he don't want you back, right? Okay. That's all I care about. Like,
right.
Just let me know. Because I would ask a straight guy that, like, you got any crazy exes I need to worry about? Is she going to be coming for me? Because I don't fight. I would definitely cheat. I would be cheating if she wanted to fight. I just need to know, is she coming? Like,
she come up, try to fight. Boo, but that ain't what we doing. Back up.
Exactly. The Mickey Mouse couture. Like, I'm not playing.
Mishka, Mickey Mouse. Oh, God.
I do think we should talk about that in the next one, because it's always interesting to hear, because like on some sides, like wanting to know beforehand can feel a little bit homophobic, but then it's kind of like, would you not want to be all the way honest with your partner before y'all get together?
Right. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit hurt for him on the show, because he did look hurt. It was real sad.
That's messed up though. For him to fully fall in love, and then for all that stuff to happen, and then all of that stuff in front of the world too.
In front of the world, it went down real ugly. Like,
I'm definitely praying for them. I'm praying for him especially, but.
Because I think he went to like a real dark place after the show. I was like, yeah, bro, you getting death threats from a damn reality show, like a love show, a matchmaking show at that. Like, you ain't even for real like a reality star. You just went up there, try to find your wife, and shit didn't work out.
All right. It's messed up. I'm sorry for him. Like, that's dark. Yeah. I don't pray that on nobody. To go in front of the world, to have that happen, yeah, no. That
all your people on the street. Like, it's just.
And then his family and stuff knew that all his people know.
I don't know, but if they don't, they do now.
And then add that in too.
I mean, hopefully he would, because they didn't have their phones on the trip. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have their phones when they went in there to the pods. They didn't have their phones when they went on the honeymoon. So I hope he told all his people before he went on that trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's.
Yo, we definitely gonna be in prayer for that, man.
Yeah.
Pray for her, the whole situation. That's kind of.
Because them death threats were damn unnecessary for him and her.
Exactly. That was unnecessary, completely. But.
Yes.
But y'all, we're gonna talk about that on our next episode. Y'all, we're gonna be consistent. We're gonna be consistent. For real. So I'm aiming for no later than the week after next, that Saturday.
What's the week after next?
The week after next is, let me see, the week of the 27th. I think that 30th. At some point that weekend, if y'all trying to pick up back up.
Gotcha. I may need to do a wine event, but I'll let you know what time I'm supposed to do a wine event, because I can maybe do like the podcast before, because I think the wine event is like at night.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, but this is the NoGenre for Everybody podcast. This is season 2. Because that long break, but we back. Season 2, we here. I'm DJNoGenre, aka Michael Alexander.
I'm Corynne.
And we for everybody. We out, y'all.